The retirement had been peaceful. After 30 years of operations so classified, they existed only in the nightmares of enemy states. Catherine Baba Yaga Mitchell had hung up her weapons and chosen a simple life on the farming colony of New Siberia. She grew vegetables, raised her twin children Emma and Jack, and tried very hard to forget the woman she used to be. The Zephyrian Empire had other plans. "Your children have been selected for the Imperial Youth Program," announced High Collector Vexenar, his segmented carapace gleaming as he towered over Catherine's modest farmhouse. Behind him, a dozen heavily armed soldiers kept their weapons trained on her. They will receive the finest education the Empire can provide. Catherine stood in her doorway, flowers still on her apron from baking morning bread. Her children cowered behind her, 8-year-old faces pressed against her legs. She looked like every other frontier mother, tired, weathered, unremarkable. "And if I refuse," she asked quietly, "then they will be taken anyway, and you will be eliminated as a potential disruption." Vexenar's mandibles clicked with amusement. "The Empire has claimed this system. Your species' resistance is quaint, but ultimately futile." Catherine nodded slowly, then knelt to hug her children. "Mommy has to go away for a while," she whispered. "But I promise I will come back for you." As the transport ship lifted off with her screaming children aboard, something died in Catherine's chest. And something else, something that had been sleeping for 5 years, began to wake up. The message reached Marcus Honey Badger Volkov 3 days later. He was running a mercenary outfit in the Outer Rim, keeping busy with small-time smuggling jobs and trying not to think about the old days. The encrypted communication changed everything. They took Emma and Jack. For words, that's all Catherine had sent, but Marcus felt his blood turn to ice. He'd served alongside Baba Yaga for 15 years. He'd seen her walk through enemy fire like it was morning rain, survive interrogations that broke hardened soldiers, and eliminate targets that entire armies couldn't touch. But he'd also seen her with those kids, the only thing in the universe that could make Catherine Mitchell smile. "Ah, hell," he muttered, already plotting a course for the rendezvous coordinates she'd included. Somebody just poked the sleeping bear. They met on the abandoned mining station where they'd first worked together decades ago. Catherine was no longer the flower-dusted farm mother. The woman who stepped out of the transport ship moved like liquid death, every gesture controlled and purposeful. Her eyes held the cold emptiness that had earned her the codename Baba Yaga. "Tell me you brought the good stuff," she said without preamble. Marcus grinned, the scar across his cheek pulling tight. "Kate, I brought enough firepower to level a moon. Plus some toys the Empire hasn't seen yet." He paused, studying his old partner's face. "You sure you want to do this? We're talking about hitting Imperial territory. They've got fleets, armies, planetary defenses. They took my children." Each word felt like a hammer blow. "I don't care if they have the entire Galactic fleet. I'm getting Emma and Jack back." Marcus nodded slowly. He'd earned his nickname by being too stubborn to die, too crazy to quit, and absolutely relentless once he picked a target. But even he felt a chill looking at Catherine now. "Right then," he said, cracking his knuckles, "let's go remind the galaxy why they used to tell horror stories about us." The Zephyrian fortress world of Keth Prime had never fallen. Protected by 3 orbital defense platforms and a garrison of 50,000 elite troops, it was considered the most secure facility in Imperial space. The children taken from dozens of conquered worlds were processed there, their minds reshaped to serve the Empire's interests. When the first defense platform exploded in a ball of superheated plasma, the garrison assumed it was equipment failure. When the second platform went dark 15 minutes later, they began to worry. When the third platform's crew started screaming about ghosts in the corridors before their communications cut out, panic set in. Catherine and Marcus moved through the fortress like twin nightmares. She was precision incarnate. Every shot placed exactly where it needed to be, every movement calculated for maximum efficiency. He was controlled chaos. Explosions where you least expected them, impossible shots through walls that shouldn't have been penetrable, the kind of relentless advance that made enemies question their sanity. The Imperial troops had trained to fight armies, fleets, conventional threats. They hadn't prepared for two humans who fought like the universe owed them a personal debt. By the time Catherine kicked down the door to the detention center, half the fortress was in flames and the other half was running for the evacuation shuttles. Mommy, Emma and Jack threw themselves into her arms, and for a moment, the terrifying operative disappeared, replaced by a mother holding her children. Marcus watched the reunion while keeping his weapon trained on the corridor. Touching scene and all, he called over the sound of distant explosions, but we should probably leave before they send reinforcements. Catherine stood, her children safe in her arms, and looked back at the burning fortress. "Let them come," she said quietly. "The galaxy needs to remember why parents are the most dangerous creatures in the universe." The Zephyrian Empire quietly released all abducted children within a week. Some lessons are written in fire and blood.